just a little purchase for the spinners. Zimbabwe going in with two frontline spinners, Ryan Pearl and Sikandar Raza.
Yeah, French fish used today, number 5. First time it's been used. And certainly evidence now of these pitches just starting to dry out. Captains winning the toss of all elected to bowl first here at Harare Sports Club. But today in that first innings, evidence of a fair amount of turn for the spin bowlers. Bit of extra bounce there.
No, and in the mid-wicket area for that to carry to, so Seifert's off the mark. But, sorry, that's Devin Conway, sorry. And again, we see Richard Ngarava always troubles batters when he's on the shorter side. Seems to rush you, get onto you a little bit quicker than you expect, and bounce a little steeper. Pressure, 120 should be very straightforward. It's good to see some spectators. Curator Harare Sports Club, there's a big smile on his face. Happy with the job that he did.
Put him down. Opportunity early on for Zimbabwe. Zarabani at short third doesn't hold on to it.
We saw Richard Ngarava get one off the outside edge, his first delivery in this New Zealand innings, and this one is shaped beautifully. It's gone to Zarabani at a very, very good height, but he's not able to capitalize, and New Zealand get their first let off.
Zimbabwe can ill afford this. Early wickets is what they need, and they've created an opportunity there. 5 for none.
One of these has chlorine, microplastics, and forever chemicals in it. And one is Aquasana filtered. With our Aquasana water filter, every glass is cleaner and healthier. Wait, which one? Visit aquasana.com today.
Do you have a box of videotapes, film reels, or photos that are degrading? Legacy Box professionally converts them to DVDs, thumb drive, or the cloud. Legacy Box is simple and safe, with over 1 million satisfied customers. Visit legacybox.com.
Zarabani gets an opportunity with the new ball. He'll be operating from the city end. Those are his numbers in T20 cricket, 72nd match. 78 wickets. Spearheaded the Zimbabwean attack for a number of years now. So he's got to slip in. Third and fine leg, both in the circle. Gone! Not the most desirable delivery to get the wicket. But Zimbabwe won't mind, they get there first.
Big tool, Blessing Zarabani gets one to just bounce and nip away a little bit. That's the result. Seifert's not able to get this one under control. It's out. Musekiwa in the point. Zimbabwe, that early wicket that Tino Maoyo was talking about, they finally managed to get it, having given one a chance away. Gone for 3. New Zealand are 5 for 1.
Every night with this pillow is amazing. So you know that feeling when you wake up feeling like you just left a spa? Well, that has been me every morning since I got this new pillow, the Deep Sleep Pillow. It is the best pillow you will ever sleep on. So if you're on the fence, don't be. Trust me, give the Deep Sleep Pillow a try.
Five for one. Brings Rachin Ravindra to the crease.
A little bit away from you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good strike rate, 127.
That's middle.
Recently
And check Milanov.
joined the side, and that's why he's there.
And I think it's the extra bounce here from Zarabani. Unable to get this under control. Probably should have looked to go over that cover. And try to keep it down. So Zimbabwe have that early wicket. And are we going to get some excitement today?
Outside edge or inside edge? Langton Rosera says neither.
Absolute gem here from Zarabani. Not a very good first delivery. Got a wicket with that one, but he's made up for that ordinary delivery with this one. This is a gem. He's done everything you want a new Kookaburra to do. It's bounced sharply and swung late and cut Ravindra in half.
There was a noise, but when you look at Zarabani's reaction at the end of his appeal, it tells you that he didn't seem too convinced himself. So I think this is a good call from umpire Busere. Quick single. You've got to be very quick if it's to Sikandar Raza.
This is good awareness from Ravindra. Just got to make sure guys are bowling at you when there's action. A bit of pressure, and there is a brass band here at Harare Sports Club. Wonderful atmosphere here all the time when the chevrons are playing.
You know, the brass brigade. First time we've had that at Harare Sports Club. It reminds you of St. George's Park in Port Elizabeth.
Getting it to talk. Blessing Zarabani. He's getting it to talk. He's bowled a couple of beautiful deliveries, and this is good. With a very good length. Gets it to bounce and seam away. I just feel if we can just continue like this, I just want another slip here. 120 on the board. You're not going to defend this by dot balls, I don't think. You've got to try and pick up another wicket here.
Been a good squeeze from Zimbabwe in these first couple of overs. Now they're enjoying themselves in the sunshine. Lovely to see the school kids in. Can their faithful give them something to make some noise about? They're thinking about two. Raza's quick. Slips in the outfield, so allows them to come back for two. It's 2 overs gone, 8 for 1. Zimbabwe start with a squeeze. Dangerous cipher dismissed by Mzarabani. Conway given a reprieve in the first over. And that was Tungaraba, who continues from the golf course end. Same field maintained to Ravindra. Oh, swing, well bowled.
Zimbabwean Quakes looking interested here. There's been a couple of very good deliveries from Richard Ngarava in his first over. And should have got a wicket, but that's just too good to find the outside edge. Looking really pumped up.
They'll get around for the single. Some really good lengths being bowled by the Zimbabwean seamers, and you can see just the little gesture from Rachin Ravindra to saying that there's a little bit of extra bounce in there.
Both Ngarava and Mzarabani. We always talk about how tall Mzarabani is. Ngarava's not a small man. He's 6'3", around 190 centimeters. He is going to get it to bounce if he gets the ball over the top and lands it on the seam.
But once again comes down the wicket. An appeal from the Zimbabweans, but umpire Foster Mutizwa not at all interested.
He's seen Conway coming down as Ngarava, so he's changed his length. Good delivery, good little 10 minutes of play here from the Zimbabweans. Just pulls his length back when he sees Conway coming down. A little bit of excitement, but umpire says no need for that. Sabani's first over was an absolute beauty. Jim got a wicket early on, the one that Zimbabwe wanted. Not the ideal start for him, but just the extra bounce, and it's a good catch by Msekiwa, and then he bowls a couple of absolute jaffers to the left-handed batters. Vindra gets off strike, and then Conway has to deal with the last couple of deliveries, and they were a top draw.
We heard from the Zimbabwean bowling coach prior to the start of play today, Charles Langeveld. You'll be impressed with how well his bowlers have started in this afternoon innings with the ball. Lovely to see. Having an absolute whale of a time at Harare Sports Club. Very convincing stroke to end the third over. 14 for 1. Table after the first two matches of the series. New Zealand sit aloft 2 points, but with a superior net run rate to South Africa. Zimbabwe yet to record a victory. If they carry on bowling like this, Darlington, then they could set themselves up for one.
So Rachin Ravindra, for me, has developing a reputation as one of the better players in the world. And this is why. Because there's been some really good bowling at him. Just the tiniest error here from Richard Ngarava. And he's on to it and gets himself the first boundary of his innings. First boundary in this run chase for New Zealand.
Up in the air, and they'll come back for two. The Zimbabwean fielder's excited for a moment, but he finds the open space in that vacant mid-wicket area.
More steep bounce here from Blessing Zarabani. This time, he's taken it on. He was dismissed like that against South Africa in the first T20 that New Zealand played. This time it goes into wide open spaces.
Now this one skewed over the offside. Thought about two, they decide against it. They've really found the going tough. Have Conway and Ravindra trying to get these Zimbabwean seamers away, and it's because of the lengths that they've bowled. Conway, his dismissal in the first match against South Africa here. So the option from Zarabani to go short is not a bad one. He will take it on. And he did take it on. Just landed in a safe area.
You can see what New Zealand are trying to do here. Ravindra in particular. Just try to reverse some of this pressure. Put some of this pressure back on the Zimbabwean bowlers. Just enough activity with this new Kookaburra. Can't let these guys settle in on a length and just bowl at you, because one might have your number if you just sort of sit back and let things happen.
No, you get the feeling something might just give you a change in the field. Slip goes into a mid-wicket area. But I don't think New Zealand need to chase the game at the moment. They're only needing 6.3 to the over. Very manageable if they bat the innings. Great work by Ryan Burl. At mid-wicket, Zimbabwe have saved a couple of runs there. You'll feel with the firepower in the New Zealand batting lineup, if they bat 20 overs, they'll be able to score it 6.5 and over. So they don't necessarily have to get off to an absolute flyer. Zimbabwean bowlers bowl well, soak up the pressure. Still plenty of opportunity to score at a later stage. Up and over the offside field. A lot of height on it, not the distance that he was looking for. And they'll get to end the fourth over. It's 19 for 1.
The best investment we can make is in our health.
With our Aquasana water filter, we know we're drinking cleaner, healthier water.
And that will pay the highest dividends.
Cheers.
Visit aquasana.com today.
VCRs are extinct, film reels are fading, and old photos are fragile.
Old formats won't last, but Legacy Box saves them. Professionally digitized, easy to stream, and ready to share. Join the millions of families who have trusted Legacy Box today.
Stage. New Zealand 11 runs adrift. And the wicket that's fallen. Gwandu into the attack. Best of 3 for 10. It's going to be important for him, especially coming into the attack, Darlington, to ensure he continues the good work the previous two bowlers have done. Those lengths that we've seen, because these two will certainly be looking to get after him and break the shackles.
That's a good single. It's well taken. You're absolutely right, Tino. Zarabani and Ngara set the tone, but this is a good link. just hasn't got the movement we've seen from Ngaraba and Mzarabani. It's just his first delivery. But, they've set the tone and he's just got to match that.
Wesley Madewere just going squarer. A deep backward square leg. Dots.
But he started, I think, with the right idea. Just get it in those good lengths. There's been some activity when you get it on a length, hit the deck hard, hit the deck firmly. This wicket's been responsive this afternoon.
Pressure. Zimbabwe continue to build the dots. Halfway through the fifth over, there's been just one boundary scored by New Zealand.
Gwandu into the attack. He started beautifully. He's just got to finish this over off well. Just feel that if he can bowl another couple of dots, something's going to happen for him in this over.
Top edge. The option wasn't a bad one for Gwandu. Fortune favours New Zealand. Second boundary of the innings.
Second boundary for Rachin Ravindra as well. This one a bit streaky. Just perhaps got onto him a little quicker or bounced a little steeper than he expected. But he's going to take those runs.
We're just talking about only 2 boundaries so far in the New Zealand innings. But the required rate is still only 6.3. And now they've got 3 boundaries in the innings. And it'll further come down from 6.3 to 6.1. So that's the point I was making earlier. Still plenty of time for New Zealand to catch up.
We're never going to agree on this. I think the best way to play in conditions when guys are coming at you is the counter punch. I think the way of Rachin Ravindra, it's got to be you've got to back yourself and get after bowlers, particularly only looking to score 121 to win. I think he's going exactly the right way about this. Just shifting the pressure back onto the Zimbabwean bowlers.
Boundary to end the fifth. It's 32 for 1.
A bit of fight shown at the end of that over from Rachin Ravindra. That's exactly what New Zealand needed. They were in a bit of a spot of bother. Zimbabwe at this stage were 36 without loss. New Zealand now found themselves 32 for 1 thanks to a good last over. This pitch has had everything, hasn't it? Tell you what, back in my day, I wouldn't have mind bowling out there. It's carrying through beautifully. We saw the New Zealand guys get it to carry through nicely. And the spinners bowled, Rachin Ravindra in particular, got the ball to turn. So it's been more than enough, and I never get tired of seeing the bowlers dictate terms a little bit in the T20s.
New
Yeah, it's bounced, it's seamed, and I think to some extent you sort of support that because the batter has to find a way, doesn't he? Yeah, the batter has to look for the options to put the pressure back onto the bowler, but it's got to be that balance which I think world cricket is looking for all round. Here are the boundaries. Last over, top edge.
First one wasn't convincing, the second two were mightily convincing. That one went just, didn't probably get 5 meters up in the air, just cruised like a missile.
Thick outside edge, third man up in the circle, runs, fortunate runs.
Yeah, if he had middled it, I think it would have gone out the ground, but the edge goes away to the fence. Conway has not found his timing. Just that with that first boundary that he achieves for his innings of 15 deliveries, he's only striking at 87. He hasn't found the middle of the bat as yet. He'll be hoping that with extra time in the middle he'll start to find his feet.
You look at that equation of 85 for 87. That's where Zimbabwe's problem is. That equation, if it was slightly bigger, more pressure.
They were 39 for 1 at this stage. And if they'd known that New Zealand would find themselves 37 for 1, they might have not been as concerned about trying to pour on the scoring rate. That's why chasing can often be so much easier. Because you have the equation put in front of you. There's no need to try and wonder whether you're going at the right rate or whether you should be going quicker. It's all calculated in front of you and you can play accordingly.
I just thought I'd give that a moment to hit Blessing Muzarabani over the sweeper boundary for 6. That is some shot.
Now, once again, the nature of these big boundaries means that the boundary riders aren't on the fence. If someone had been on that fence, they maybe been able to get a hand to it. But on the angle, trying to charge across, that was nicely timed. 78 meters out there.
Yeah, he got a lot of it. But you're right, great point. Final delivery of the power play. Ooh, no, got to go back. And that'll end the over. It's the back of the bat. A good power play. It's 43 for 1.
It's just a little appeal, as if to say obstruction. But
my relationship with fitness was not at a point where I could just jump into working out.
At Body, we know what it's like to be a beginner. So here's a simple way to take the first step and every step on your journey to healthy. The Total Solution Bundle. Proven body fitness and eating plans you do right at home, plus Shakeology all-in-one nutrition shake to help you lose weight. It's everything you need to get fast results step by step. Save 60% when you go to body.com today. That's body with an I.com.
Convincing that edge. That was nicely struck.
There's the comparison. Zimbabwe 39 for 1, New Zealand 43 for 1. So not a lot in it. It was about the middle overs, you know, trying to rotate strike, trying to be a bit more dynamic with your scoring, even if the boundaries weren't coming. Maposa from the golf course end. Another top edge.
Yeah, he really has battled to find his timing, but he's still there. He's got himself to 14. Make it actually 18. He's got his 2 boundaries. And he's just struggling to come to terms. He's looking a bit rushed at all times here, Evan Conway.
I was just thinking in the back of my mind there, what he's done. Have a look at his wagon, what it would look like after 6-7 overs.
say, oh, well, I was just ramping it over the keep. That's better. It's more orthodox and nasty play.
Getting pounds, eh?
There was just a little bit of appeal from some of the Zimbabwe fielders at the end of the last over. There's miscommunication, and then he puts his bat out to try and make his ground. But the ball makes contact with it, and was it heading towards the stumps? And that's why they're appealing. They're saying, was there obstruction, not allowing the ball to get to the stumps? But more importantly for Rachin Ravindra, he's damaged my bat.
He comes up. Nothing doing there for me. Just trying to get back, but I agree with you. The back of the bat's taken a little bit of a pounding.
Oh, they're very precious about the bats, these batters. It's probably landed exactly on the spine of the bat and maybe given it a bit of a dentation. See, he turned and he's watching the ball and he puts out his bat. That's why they would say, well, he wasn't watching the ball, then we'd let him get away with it. But was their intent? I don't think there's anything really to go for. It probably would have made his ground, or close to his ground anyway. That's what the umpires do look for. If you make a look in the direction of where the ball's coming and then kind of follow it and your body or your bat gets in the way, they think, okay, well, that was kind of showing some intent.
You think in the recent parts who it's happened to?
None that have been given out, no, but that Ben Stokes will never be forgotten in that final against New Zealand where he dived and made contact with the bat and went down to the boundary for 4 bonus runs.
Ooh, look at that, for another delivery that goes past the outside edge. Josh Butler against Sri Lanka. Better throw, would have been better. This is where New Zealand were good in the field. They're throwing, they're fielding.
Yeah, once again, plan miss from Conway, plan a miss from the keeper. And then the key is the keeper doesn't run back to the stumps. He just hovers in no man's land, and when the throw comes in, it should never have been a second.
There goes that little bit of difference or X factor in the field. New Zealand will probably try to stop that for the single. 7 gone, 54 for 1.
Vehicle breakdowns are costly.
It started making some really weird noises.
If your check engine light comes on tomorrow, the repair could easily cost thousands.
Is that transmission?
But with Endurance, you could never pay out of pocket for a costly repair again.
They covered a $14,000 engine replacement.
$1,400. Endurance paid it.
Who's going to pay for your next car repair? You or Endurance?
Call right now to get $300 off any plan.
Comparisons of where everybody is. Zimbabwe now falling further behind. New Zealand 54 for 1. Zim 42 for 1.
This is a big moment for me. Sekunda Raza, he's got the opportunity. The record is impressive. 81 wickets, economy rate of under 7. But this surface turned. 2 left-handers at the crease. What can he do? Rachin Ravindra will know exactly what the surface did. He was the one who bowled so brilliantly on it. He's definitely making a play for player of the match. Good bowling performance. Now got himself to 27 of 16.
Early call for 2. Should get it comfortably. Yeah, apologies. That Josh Butler against Sri Lanka was a man cut. But I go back to Daryl Cullinan. Remember Daryl Cullinan handling the ball? Was it against the West Indies? Was that in Cape Town? Steve Waugh. This is India. That is. All rounds, good placement. Cruising now, New Zealand.
Looks Conway's starting to find his timing a little bit as well. It's been an impressive last 10 deliveries from him from a run scoring perspective.
So he's trying to sort of plug that offside field because it's such a big gap. As soon as you beat the cover, it just runs in that direction. He's gone a little bit straighter there, but again, the fielding. 50-run partnership.
.54 from 39 deliveries. Here's the contributions. Pretty much even Stevens, both playing their part. Conway's come good at the back end. It was Vinda who found the bulk of the boundaries and the scoring in the initial part of this partnership.
Good mates, these two. Like batting together. Feed off each other.
They are good mates, but they've kind of been competing with each other a little bit as of late. For a position in the one-day side for New Zealand, for a position at CSK. They've all been having to be buddies, but knowing that whoever performs best is going to get a gig.
Paul, you'll always be my buddy. It's the nature of sport and life. Looking for two. Side against it. Busy over this for New Zealand. Busy. Just the one dot ball. 7 off at 8 gone, 61 for 1.
Do you have a box of videotapes, film reels, or photos that are degrading? Legacy Box professionally converts them to DVDs, thumb drive, or the cloud. Legacy Box is simple and safe, with over 1 million satisfied customers. Visit legacybox.com.
Yeah, the Worms. Zimbabwe